Welcome back to Nick's Garage, a little shop just north of Montreal where Nick restores and maintains cars from another time. Nick has made a name for himself here for the engines he builds and tests with a passion that burns as bright today as it did decades ago. The reinforced room in the back of the shop is where Nick tests old engines on his dyno to see if they still have what it takes. And today, the dyno will also be a time machine, capable of transporting a man back in time over 50 years.
Hi, welcome to Nick's Garage, and here we are today with something special back in the dining room. No, this is not an engine that's been built by Nick's Garage, or should I say myself here, not yet. We've got Tom from Florida with his 340 engine that he wants us to overhaul back to its original form in 1969.
Right.
And it comes from what kind of a car is it, Tom?
69 Dodge Dart Swinger. A car that I used to race back in 1969. And I'm back in the saddle again. Want to do another one.
Okay, so this has something to do with your brother too back then.
And of course my brother raced with us at Cayuga.
Cayuga, that's right.
For 4 years. And we love it. We love it, and that I want to get back into it somehow. I don't know if I'll be racing again, but I just want to have the car, okay? The cars that we bought back in 1969, me and my brother, I had a bronze one with a vinyl top. Johnny had a green one with a vinyl top. And then away we went. $2,800 a piece, brand new from the factory. And we started racing that weekend. But we only got 2 years, maybe 3 years out of racing with those cars because I started a family. And my father said, Tom, the car's got to go, okay? And you got to sell the car and take that money and do this with it, which I did. I listened to my father, and I bought my first duplex, and then the rest is history. And I mean, it's the best thing I ever did. But here I am today. I'm doing what I did. I'm 72. I did this when I was racing when I was 16 years old. Me and John. So I love it. I'm just glad that I found Nick, or Johnny found Nick for me, my brother. And I'm here today to see what's inside of it. Hopefully everything is good. I bought it in a barn on a farm, and we towed it to Daytona. And then that's when I made my decision. It's coming here to Nick's Garage. And my wife was with me at the time, Cindy. And if she wasn't involved in this, I wouldn't be here today. But my wife is part of this, what we're doing here. She's part of the package. And I had my daughter was born, which she's out there right now. That's my oldest daughter, Julie. And she only got maybe a couple times in the back seat of that car before I sold it. And she's surprised I even bought another car, but she's 100% behind me too about doing this. And so, and my other daughter, I'll bring her down when the time is right, and my son-in-laws, and they all love what I'm doing. So I got a lot of backup. And we're from Daytona, New Smyrna Beach. We're at Daytona 500 people, stock car, New Smyrna racetrack. And so here we are. Nick, I want to thank you for taking
it's my pleasure.
This project on. Okay, I mean, we just don't have a Nick in Florida. I'm sorry to say that, but you're the old school, and you remind me of the guys back in the day. That's why I'm here with you today.
Thank you, Tom. Mm-hmm. I wanted to also say that you're also getting the car restored right now.
I am.
You're getting a paint job on it, restoring it also?
Right now it's in Niagara Falls, in Paul Fortin's hands, and he'll be doing the body and the paint. And then when he's done that, hopefully Nick will take another project on, which is to complete the car.
So our job here is to build this engine to factory specs.
Yes,
So we're here today because we want to just test the engine the way you took it out of the car.
exactly.
And then, of course, it's all original. I don't know what it is right now. We don't know exactly. But anyway, we're going to tear it down after and rebuild it to original factory stock specs. But, you know, Tom said, put it on the dyno and see what it does before we do the build. So I'm anxious to make a test right now, which I haven't run it yet. Now that you're here, we'll get it running.
When the car is all said and done, I'm going to bring all my friends up from Niagara Falls, Ontario, all my hot rodder guys, body guys, motor guys, MOPAR, Chevy, and they're going to stay here, and they're going to come over here and see it run. And Nick's going to put a show on for us.
So I better do my best.
You always do, Nick.
I've done a few 340s, so this will be a very interesting project to do. Anyways, okay, so if you're ready, I'm ready to warm it up. Get it started. Let's see how it performs, see what kind of power comes out of it before we tear it down and overhaul it. What do you say, Tom? Are you ready?
I'm ready when you are, Nick.
Okay, let's get started.
Okay.
This is an oldie 340, 1969 340 that I've never seen it run. So we're gonna perform some tests before we take it apart. That's what Tom wants to do, and I'm actually to go with it. And I said, you know what? I can't wait to build it, but let's make some tests today, see how it goes. Here we are.
Come on. Beautiful. Look at that thing, doesn't even shake. Beautiful.
Here, Tom, I'm going to tell you, that's your RPM, that's your oil pressure, that's your manifold pressure. So that's a stock cam in there. That's a fuel pump. You're only using one fuel line. Fuel line 1. Fuel line 2 is not used. That's your water coolant. Oil temperature is not connected. That's your battery voltage. And that's your air-fuel ratio with this carburetor.
Gotcha, got it.
Okay, so the barometer today is 29.99. And we're gonna warm it up and then we'll do some further testing.
Gotcha.
The only thing I gotta adjust is the absorber on the servos, but because I had a Hemi before, now it's a small block, so I have to adjust the absorber.
Yeah. How about, what are we going to bring it up to today, you think? Not much?
Where we stop making power, and maybe a few hundred after that.
Okay.
Right now, I'm gonna show you what I got. I'm gonna take it at 2,600, take it at 5 grand. And after that, if it's still making power, we're gonna go further.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, this is a steel crank, steel rods. This should take 6,000, no problem. Because the one we did for Bob in Toronto, we took it at 6 grand. Same crank, same rod.
I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go check the timing, I'll be back. deal, don't worry.
Yeah.
And we have a little leak from valve cover, no big deal. Just want to make sure we don't get a fire like we did last time with the Pontiac engine. Anyway, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't catch, if it catches a fire, it's no big deal. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's oil leaking right on the exhaust manifold. But I just need to tighten the valve covers a little bit. This side looks pretty good. Okay. I want to just finish with the timing. I think we got it. Okay, here we go. Let me start it again. I've got it at 35 degrees. I'm using your distributor, your coil, your carburetor, okay?
Okay.
The way you took it out of the car
Gotcha.
with the manifold. Okay.
Yeah.
35, then we'll take it from there.
All right.
And we're gonna take one test. We're gonna heat sink or heat soak, and then after that we'll do our testing.
Gotcha.
But let me work on my absorber first. Let's see how it goes now. Here we go. I gotta lock it in the yellow zone. You know, the absorber.
Yeah, the absorber.
Because I'm trying to take off at 2600 RPM.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'm going to change the plugs or wires, okay? We're gonna work with it, don't worry.
Okay. You think that's what it is?
Let me see if it's running super rich. I'm going to take out a couple of spark plugs, okay?
Yeah.
I'm using your plugs also, but I know they're not the numbers we use. We're going to check right now.
Use what you got to put in there.
It didn't run well at all. Did you notice
No,
it was cracking
yeah,
up?
Yeah.
Anyways, now it's heat sink, heat soak, and now let me look at a few spark plugs because on this fire, like I said, this is the first time I made a test on it. So let's try to get it running smooth so we can do some further testing. Okay?
Very good.
Oh well, we got some misfire here. I'm just gonna look at the plugs. I know they're not the correct number. Like I said, we're using his distributor, his ignition coil, his plugs, his carburetor, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, here we go. I'm just guessing here now. I hope it is just a plug so I can get going. I tried to run it to see if I could clean the plugs as we made one pull there. Or should I say one test. I think I'm going to start with the spark plugs. Oh, not bad. Wow. I'll be right back. Let me see what I got.
I mean, as far as idling, it's not shaking like some of those, they're shaking, this thing's running smooth, but once you get over 2,600 RPM, that's when the load starts to rock. Yeah.
Was it too loud for you guys?
No.
These are Daytona Beach folks.
We are used to this.
Hey, we go to the Daytona, we're at the car races.
See, this is where R9YC is what I'm going to use. I'm going to change the plugs and we'll make it further testing.
Yeah.
I doubt if it's the wiring.
R9?
R9YC.
Remember that. Yeah.
I'm going to put them in. And then if it still goes bad, we're going to replace your ignition wires.
Gotcha.
I'm going to start by replacing these spark plugs. The ones I'm going to use are Champion and RN9YC versus what he's running Autolite 65. I don't know what these are. Doesn't matter. I'm going to use what came from the factory, which is the Champion RN9YC. That's what's available today. That's what we're going to use. Oh, this is something special, guys. This is a shield that's being done by Rich from Resto Nerd Mix. We just refabricated the exhaust shield on the 340 68 to 71 on the 340 engines, and this is a must for the reason. Come, I'll show you. This is only on one side, which is on the driver's side. If you guys could see that without the gasket, look what's happening. The wire gets close to the manifold, and that is the reason from the factory they use this gasket, which was designed by Chrysler. So this way, when it's in place, the wires would lean on the shield and not get burned. And in this case, when we finish building this engine, we're gonna have this shield in place. So when it goes back on the dyno, you guys are gonna see this thing in place. And there you have it. Made in USA. I'm just gonna change it right now. And I believe it's the plugs anyways. We're gonna change them. It won't take long.
When you said R9, it reminds me 50 years, it's coming back, 55 years ago.
That's the number we, yeah. Before it was N9YC.
Yes.
Now it's RN9YC.
Yes. Yes.
Army's resistor. There you go. This made from the factory, 275 horsepower from the factory. All 68 till 71. Didn't do well there, right? I'm gonna try to do better than that. You know, if it's not the plugs, most likely it's going to be the ignition wiring. But I'm going to go with the plugs. I know the plugs are the incorrect number, but I'm going to replace them anyways. And then at the same time, we're going to make another test to see if it cracks up or misfires under load. Then we're going to go with the wiring. So I'm not going to blame the carbon or anything else. But I know it's running rich on 11.8 ratio, but we'll leave that for later. It should not still crack up with 11.8 ratio, fuel ratio. Yeah. So I'm going to start with the plugs. Then we'll take it from there. Right now, let's get it started, see how it goes. Well, let's hope it goes well. Here we go. Out after a while. I'm gonna make another test. I wanted to see if it cleaned out anything, but we're still trying to get the it's 11. You see the ratio?
Go higher.
12.2. Yeah,
We can go
I know.
higher.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go higher RPM.
Go higher. What's the peak torque?
Right here at 3,800.
That's a couple more hundred.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Got a
go.
couple more hundred.
You want to see factory ratings?
Yeah, you got the yeah,
This is my favorite book.
dictionary. Yeah.
My dictionary, yeah.
Yeah.
My Bible.
Nice.
You need a reference somewhere.
Yeah.
True, eh? Here we go. 340 Dodge, 1969. 340, 4x404. Should make 275 horsepower at 5,000 RPM. 275 horsepower at 5,000 RPM, and your torque should be 340 at 3,200.
Where are we?
We are at
336 torque.
336 at 3,800. Here it's at 32. It came in later. But don't forget, the only difference is the carburetor on this engine.
Change your camera this thing?
Hmm?
Is there a camera
No.
there?
No, I don't. I bought it.
Like that?
In a barn. The whole car.
Yeah. What's riding? What's the like?
No, you're gonna see now. It's got lots of
Check that
vacuum.
vacuum.
It's got lots of vacuum.
Let
It's a
me see, check
fa-
that vacuum.
it looks like a factory cam.
No, I think you're right. It could have a cam in it.
Look, look, got 18 inches of vacuum. If you have power brakes with this car, with this cam,
No. No power steering, no power brakes.
No, nothing, eh?
Nothing. Everything's standard.
Right, so do that.
So here we have it. From the factory, here it is, 340, 275 horsepower at 5,000 RPM, which we gotta go a little bit further than that. And the torque should be 340 foot-pounds of torque at 3,200. If you take a look at the chart, right over here, we've got 336 at 3,800, not at 32, 3,800, and the horsepower is at 294, still climbing at 5,000 RPM. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna bring it up a couple hundred RPM more. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So there we go. And now, like my brother says, you want to take a vacuum reading, we got to get it at the factory RPM right now. Here, Philip. It's about 850. What? It's about 850. There. Tom, there's your vacuum reading
Yes.
at 850 RPM roughly. Oil pressure is 28 pounds. Temperature is 172. And fuel pressure, because we set it up like a mechanical pump, about 5 pounds, 5.5 pounds.
It's all good, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring it up, like my brother said, bring it up a few hundred RPM more. And here we go.
55 would be fine.
Yeah,
They have good rods and things.
yeah. If they're factory rods, which they should be, we should take it easier to 6,000, like we did for Bob from Toronto. But we're going to go to 5.5. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. here we
Otherwise,
go.
I got to go to Daytona and get another block.
Let's see how it goes. Here we go. 5,500 RPM. 5.5.
55?
Yeah, we're starting at 26, we're going to 55. Here we go. Here we go. I think I should change the wiring. We still haven't hit the 300 mark. I want to try to hit the 300 mark today.
300 horse?
I'm going to change the wiring on the. It's still at a misfire. Did you notice? It wasn't
But
perfect.
this is not a stock
You should
motor.
have waited for a while, Nick.
No, it was just holding it, Philip.
Just hold it. Just hold it for a while. Yeah. Maybe clean
Yeah,
up.
But it's not a stock. I don't think it's a stock motor, eh?
probably not. Probably not.
What do you think, guys?
Well, you know what? When we tear it down, we're going to find out.
Yeah.
We'll
But
tear it down.
with the horsepower you're bringing?
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe we should make a compression test later on, just to see what cylinder pressure you got. I got it 35 degrees right now.
Supposed to be
timing.
20 inches of vacuum when you ride it in the stock, but you got 17. So.
You know what? Let me see if I have a set of cables. We're going to switch them over right now. Here we go.
Okay.
You know, I wanted to get it to run smooth so we could pinpoint the exact horsepower and torque we got on this. And as we made a test, it didn't go very smooth at all. There was a misfire on it. Like I said, the engine, the way it came in is the way we put it on the dyno with his wiring, carburetor, distributor, and so forth. So what I'm gonna do here is, let's change the cables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, just give me a few more minutes. Here we go. It's a good thing I got plugs in stock and cables because I specialize in MOPARs and I always have these stuff spares. No, maybe it's not a factory cam, I'm not sure. Then this is all factory intake except for your carburetor. Should be near the same numbers. So I'm ready to start it now with the new set of cables. You ready?
Let's do
Here
it.
we go.
Let's do it.
George, put the fan on, please. Okay, here we go. Didn't do much of a change.
Same.
The next thing I'm changing now, Christ, I got wires, cables. I'm going to change a coil. I'm going to run my coil now. And the air fuel ratio,
Could make a difference, eh?
I couldn't get it rich as well. I know it's running rich, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I just want to get rid of the misfire. Let me replace the coil and we'll get back to it. Give me a second.
We love race cars. We've been through it almost all our lives.
Grew up.
And we don't golf, we don't fish, or we don't dance.
We do dance.
You're gonna do a little dance for joy when this is over, I think.
Yeah.
That's right. You'll see.
The two of us. Right. But anyway, everything is good.
You gotta get it ready. You gotta bring it around the Daytona track.
That would be something, wouldn't it? But I thought it ran really good when he first started up as an idle. But it's almost tempting to say, you know what? Maybe we take the motor home, forget about it, rebuild. It sounds so good. I mean, I've heard of 340 before, but you know what? I wanted everything, Nick to do it, everything brand new. And that's the big deal. I don't know if it's got a cam. I don't know if it's, I know it's a hydraulic lifter. And the rings, I don't want to put it in a brand new car.
No.
I didn't have to bring it down, ship it back down here for him to do the motor. Then let's do it. We got it out here. Let's do it. And so, in Nick, I trust.
So now we still have a misfire. So what I said, you know what? Maybe it's a small chance it could be the ignition coil. So I've disconnected his coil. Now I'm running it off my coil from the dyno. Is it going to change anything? I'm not so sure. So let's give it another shot and see how it goes. Here we go. Not always a dream garage, eh? Not always a dream garage. You always battle problems sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, you know what? When you come next time when it's built in, they're going to have this. Don't worry. It's going to run like the way it should. Okay, here we go. Come on, baby, let's go. Where's the coil, eh? It was.
Right on, Nick.
Come on, I want to hit the 300 mark. Anyways, we're gonna. Okay, we finally have no misfire. So now I can play with the timing a little bit back and forth. I want to also check your cylinder compression, cylinder pressure in a few minutes. But maybe I should advance the timing. I got a 34. I run them a lot at 37. I'm gonna advance the timing a little bit, make another test, okay? Here we go. It's kind of on the rich side. You see this? I like to get a 12.8, 12.9, 13, 13.1 air-fuel ratio. But a factory carburetor, the way it's designed when it's sold to the public, should not be running rich like that. Did this carburetor come with the engine?
Yes.
Yeah, so that means they tampered with the jets or the meeting rods.
I see.
Which I don't know that yet, but I'll get to that when the time comes when we have the engine built, because no, I'm not going to tune the carburetor to this engine. I like to tune it with the engine we're going to build. Okay?
Gotcha, yeah, right.
But in the meantime, I'm just going to play with timing. Then after that, we're going to do a cylinder pressure test, and then that's it. All right?
But it runs pretty good for a motor that came out of a barn.
It is. It does run good. Our coil dry it up or something, I don't know. Anyways, okay. So I'm just going to advance the timing a couple of degrees.
Okay.
And then we'll make another
All
test.
right.
Here we go. Looks pretty good. Not bad for an engine that came out of a barn. Pretty cool. Sometimes when we do dyno testing, people forget to leave.
Forget to leave.
Oh yeah, they forget to leave. Hey, we hear sometimes, George knows, we sometimes here till 10, 11 o'clock at night.
I heard.
We're in Industrial Park area. We're no more in downtown Montreal, right in the center of the Plateau District, where people are picky with old cars. We used to blast the engines, $7 grand. From 8 till 10 at night, 8, 10, 30, 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock we have to shut down, right? But we were there at midnight making noises.
I mean, I hear that they come here at 10 o'clock at night looking for a little part.
Sometimes they do. You know, sometimes they come here, they have a part, and they go, Nick, I think you're the only person in the world who might have this item. Yeah. And in many, many cases I do. And they come on a Saturday. On a Saturday afternoon, they go, Nick, do you have that? I said, yeah. And I helped them out.
Of course.
So advance the timing 2 degrees. I think we're at 37 degrees. Now we got no more misfire, and let's go again. Ready? Let's go. We're trying to hit the 300 mark. Is that right? We're at 295, 298. We're at 299 horsepower at 5100 RPM.
That's not stock.
Well, but you know what they say? A lot of people are saying it could be possible they were showing 275 horsepower, but they really made more. Now, my dyno is very conservative.
Is it?
We also put the electronics up to date.
It is.
We had it calibrated, and my brother's a numbers guy is very, very picky when we calibrate the dyno.
Was it true that the motors that come out of that they said it was 275 horse, but they weren't 275 horse. They were less.
I believe in some cases. I think some engines were overrated, some were not. I believe this engine from the factory was underrated. They were pretty good cars, the 340 cars.
Yes.
They were on the top of the muscle cars.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
You know, my stock Hemi, they advertised at 425 horsepower at 5,000 RPM. Take it to 6 grand. It's another story. We have a very, very, very first video. I rebuilt a complete 426 Semi, all factory, except being 30 overboard. We pulled out 496 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. So we advanced the timing and let's do them. Here we go. Put the fan on, George, please. Get the heat out of the room. Let's go. I'm joking at the air-fuel ratio. Carburetors are adjusted pretty good on idle. same thing. 298. No. Maybe I'll go the other way around. I'm gonna retard the time. All right, here we go. No change, all the same. Torque's there again, same numbers. 338, 339 torque at 37. No change. So I'm gonna retard the time. I'm gonna bring it to 33 degrees, and then we'll take it from there. Okay. I think we got it. I got 33, 34 there. Let's try it. Are we ready? I'm ready. Okay, Philip.
Yeah,
298.
298, same thing.
Huh?
298, 299.
It's okay.
More horsepower to hit shy.
It's okay.
And your torque numbers are there. Look, we make more torque now that we retarded the timing. There we go.
How do you feel ratio?
340 torque
Yeah.
at 3500 versus your factory at 32. Now I'm curious to see if the cam is factory when it comes to teardown. We're going to look into that.
Yeah, of course.
And the air fuel ratio is kind of rich, Phil. 12.8, 12.3.
Oh, yeah, you're
It's very
really
rich.
rich.
Quite fine. Feels quite fine. Not bad, not bad.
Been a while.
And it's quiet too, hey, listen. And there's the oil pressure, 25, 26 foot-pounds PSI, I should say.
How are you?
Sorry.
I think it sounds good. I mean, but you know,
Clean
Just-
the paint it.
Yeah,
just needs paint.
I gotta tell you this, come here. There you have it, just wash it and paint it, you're ready to go. Tom, what do you think, Tom? We were just shy of 300 horsepower, and it did more than the factory. Like I said earlier, some engines are underrated from the factory. I presume one of the engines that was underrated, in my opinion, was the 340, which was advertised at 278 horsepower. So we were just shy of 300, but we are going to tear down and rebuild, and hopefully we're going to get to 340, 1 cubic inch per, or should I say 1 horsepower per cubic inch.
Exactly.
That's what we're going to work on, okay? With exhaust manifolds, cast iron intake.
Yes.
Okay,
Different carburetor.
and there you have it. So what do you think?
No, I think it's what we've accomplished today. We know I never expected the horsepower on this motor here today. I thought it was going to be less, or maybe something happened to the motor. I never revved it up
Yeah,
like we revved it up here in the last hour,
Yes.
which means
And-
it's a good motor. I could get away with just painting it, but I want everything from top to bottom brand new.
And of course, then you want factory valve covers on it.
Everything factory, and Nick, you know what to do with it.
I know what to do with it. And we were just shy of 300. But then again, like my brother said, if we would have just leaned it out a bit, we would have made it just over the 300 mark. So for a barn find, Tom, that's a great I don't know what you paid for it, but you know what? It's a good engine. It is a
Well, you have
340.
You've seen the pictures of the car, and you know, I'm very fortunate looking for the last 10 years for the 69 Dodge Dart Swinger, a real 69 Dodge Dart Swinger, 340 high performance, 727, okay, and I want it brand new, just like it come from the factory, like when I bought it when I was 16 years old from Bay King MOPAR in Hamilton.
So that's what we're going to do.
Yes.
All right, Tom, I want to thank you for coming by. We're going to do our best. So the next thing we do is we're going to take it off the dyno, then tear it down, and we're going to look at the camera, keep you posted on that, and then we'll take it from there. And I want to give you a big thank you for coming here to our shop, at Nick's Garage.
Thank you, Nick.
Tom, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for passing by. Tom.
Thanks for the apple.
And there you
I'm
are.
going to come to the track and see you
One day.
whenever.
Okay.
My brother, my older brother.
They both are darks racing each other.
We were the last ones at 4:30, 5 o'clock. He got a trophy, I got cash. He got cash, I got a trophy. And we had fun.
Good old days.
Oh. So maybe by doing this, maybe he'll do the same thing and look for a dart and a 340, and he's got the garage to put it in. Maybe, who knows, maybe we'll go back racing again, you know. It's a Cayuga. It's a Cayuga. Yeah, I'll never forget those days.
Good old days.
The best days. I mean, yeah, I mean, I look forward, you know, and the big thing is, you know, when I had my wife, she supported me, you know, when we raced. It wasn't that you're not going racing, you know. We're going racing, and she went along. And then I had my daughter.
Very few women do.
Then I had my daughter. She was the first child, and then Grandpa said, "The car's got to go."
Sorry. Sorry
Your
about
fault.
that.
The car's got to go, and you got to get a house, and you got to do this, and you got to do that, and that's what I listened to him. He gave me the best advice.
And you guys, if you look down below the video, we have a whole bunch of merchandise that you guys can buy. So whatever you like, buy it, love it, wear it, and enjoy it. And help spread the word of Nick's Garage. And if you have some time, check out our Patreon page. We have extra content and you guys can watch it and take it from there. And we'll see you next time.